for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
God.
So, ahead.
The head. So now you're at a teaching church. They tricky people. Your body is a temple of God. But the head of the church is Jesus. Not your head now. The temple head of God is your head. Yeah, they don't like to teach people that God is yourself. You notice that?
Yeah.
They don't like to say God is mother, God is father, and God is child. So you get three different persons coming from Egypt. And they come from Egypt now, the Romans change it. So they give you God the Father, God the Son, and they give you the woman, what they call the woman? Good gosh, no, call yourself a ghost, my dear. That's all right, I got that one.
You've got it right now. Go ahead.
That's true. I love it. Oh yes, mother said all goes is a woman, you know.
10 ghosts, three ghosts. No, it's 3 ghosts put in one. Yeah. God the mother ghost, God the father ghost, and God the child ghost. Yeah, but to trick you now, they don't want to make you know that 3 ghosts is ghosts the people are worship. You didn't hear they say, and God is an Holy Ghost? That means he's dead. Yeah. And so the ghost gonna come back again. Yeah. And when the ghost come back, he come back with the words. God is words inside of you. You ever see a person with 3 eyes yet? You never see a person with 3 eyes? So you don't have 3 eyes?
I have an internal eye.
So it's 3 eye now. You see it now? That's why they put a little red spot on the forehead there.
Yeah.
You seem to be an Indian, but you don't put that spot there.
No, we put it there because we recognize this as our soul, our spirit.
God, the 3rd eye.
Yeah.
The devil's eye. You didn't know?
Not the devil.
Of course. The God of this world is the devil. Yeah, you got to be knowing yourself, being tan. What's your complexion?
Brown.
Tan.
Huh?
What's your complexion?
Brown.
Tan.
Yeah.
What's your complexion?
Tan.
Satan is your complexion.
Tan.
Who's that? Satan is your complexion. Who's that? They say Satan is the devil. And they say Satan is black. Whose color is that? Satan is your complexion.
Tan is nothing.
So when you skin off the little tan now, then you see the little white. Why there's a snake in the tree in the religion and Christianity?
The devil.
It's devil. Then notice that snake now in your ear. Spiral. You ever watch Medusa? You notice how your ear goes spiral? Then doesn't the snake dance? Doesn't you know that the snake is deaf? How did it hear to dance? Didn't you know that the cobra is deaf? Then how it hear to dance? Didn't you know they take the dance from him? Notice you wiggle your body. Good. Notice now. What's the sound of the snake when he talks?
Snake talk?
Of course.
Okay.
You never know what's a sound me turn in a word. Is, listen how she say it now. H-I-S-S, is, I-N-G.
We sing.
So who sing it is that you do? It's the snake own. You didn't know?
Yeah.
He sing. So while you play the flute, the snake dance while you're singing, but you didn't know you take it from him. Yeah, notice now, when you get Christianity, it's a different thing when you get that snake. When you go Hindu, you get a snake god. Yeah, and when you go Africa, you get the cobra. Yeah, and the cobra with the lion. You ever see a cobra with the lion? What do you call a cobra with the lion? You call him a sphinx.
Alright.
All right. So now notice this now. Egyptian sun god. What do you call him? You call him Ra? You ever heard that word Ra? Now notice this now. When Ra connect to Judah is a lion cub. How did a lion turn in a snake? Cub and Ra. What do you pronounce?
Cobra.
Exactly.
Alright, Jaffa.
Yeah, man. Have a good day, you know. It's time to give a little culture, you know. Yeah.
My camera.
Yeah, they don't really want to teach us.
Where's my camera?
How do you connect to the plants? Did you know you connect to this plant here?
I'm sure there's some life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there is genes in it in you. Yeah, Then you didn't know that genes now is what they call a fairy. You didn't know?
No, you're telling me.
You didn't know that you say you have genes,
Mm-hmm.
and the plant have genes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
true.
you didn't say the plant sex.
Okay.
It has sex cells just like you.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get in the plants now. What in the plants connect to you? Over. Over.
Genes.
Over.
Yeah.
Egg. Remember, it's two now.
Yeah.
When it's two in the plant, it's gonna be one in you. Over. And in you.
Mm-hmm.
Notice now, that egg. That becomes that seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
so
the
it's
Cutting
kind of-
Edge on IRFM. We're there with you on next Wednesday night. We're going through the paces, you know. We're going through the paces. Believe you me. Them two tune there. Yes, them two tune there. Serious music. One from South Africa. And the other one out of Egypt. The music there. Powerful. Yes. Okay, so as we say, we're there with you. And as we say, we're going to go through the paces. So make us see if we can find the next tune. Quick. Why yell up all the people them in St. Petersburg who listen to the Cutting Edge religiously. We give thanks for that. Really give thanks for that. So African version of a tune where everybody in Jamaica know. Believe you me. African version. Here goes. We're going to interview Yasso Safari at 11 o'clock. You know, there's a function that going to keep Sunday. Institute of Jamaica. Yes. I want to hear up all the ones, them Zion FM in the Ivory Coast. This virgin is from the Ivory Coast. So long we have played this music, you know. Believe you me. Want to hear up all the ones them who listen from the Ivory Coast. Yes. And no say, we're going to the next year broadcast live. Cutting Edge, Stephen Razor again. I hear up my brethren and teaching them in a Ghana. You know, say, we are going to come to you live with the Cutting Edge and Stepping Razor all the way from Ghana. You think we are joke? Going through the paces. We now present to you, as you know, we are going to present Pat Clark.
Welcome to Jamaican Roots and Culture. I'm Pat Clark. Amy Bailey is remembered as one of Jamaica's strongest advocates for women's rights. Amy Bailey, OJ, OD, OBE, MBE, was a Jamaican educator, social worker, and women's rights advocate. She was a co-founder of the Jamaican aid organization Save the Children and was a driving force behind the drive for introducing birth control to the island. Amy Bailey received many honors and awards in her career, including the Order of British Empire, the Jamaica Order of Distinction, and the Marcus Garvey Award for Excellence in 1988. In 1990, shortly before her death, she was honored with the Order of Jamaica. Amy Beckford Bailey was born on the 27th of November, 1895, in Walderston, Manchester, to Anne Lawson and William Frederick Bailey. Bailey was the fifth of 8 children born to her parents, who were both teachers. Her father was a founder of the Jamaica Union of Teachers and encouraged all of his children to become teachers, as there were few other opportunities open to black Jamaicans. After attending elementary school at Mount Olivet Primary School, Bailey studied at Shortwood Teachers College, graduating in 1917. Soon thereafter, Bailey was stricken with severe dysmenorrhea. While recuperating, she studied on her own to learn accounting, bookkeeping, and shorthand. In January 1920, Bailey began teaching at the Kingston Technical High School when she was hired to replace her sister, who was taking a 3-month leave of absence. Ivy didn't return to the school, and Bailey, who began as a shorthand instructor, remained until 1958. After she retired from Kingston Technical, Bailey taught at the College of Arts, Science and Technology between 1958 and 1963. In 1936, Amy Bailey and her sister Ina founded the Women's Liberal Club, WLC, with the goal of helping women improve their employment opportunities as rarely were they promoted for the qualifications, but instead by having to query favor from prominent men. They believed that by improving the socio-economic status of women, they would improve their cultural and national pride. In 1939, the Women's Liberal Club organized a conference to allow women to discuss the problems they faced. Issues they highlighted were that women were barred from participation in the Legislative Council, could not be appointed as officials such as inspectors, jurors, justices of the peace, and police officers. They were barred from upper positions in civil service jobs, and that racial discrimination impacted their employment opportunity. Bailey formalized these issues into recommendations which were submitted to the governor in 1941 and led to a law prohibiting sex discrimination. The law allowed women to hold public office and eliminated employment bans for women. She openly addressed the racial discrimination which relegated black-skinned Jamaicans to menial jobs and poverty, brown-skinned Jamaicans to middle-class, blue-collar jobs, and white Jamaicans to positions of authority. Though the Women's Liberal Club Conference had proposed a law for the end of racial discrimination to be passed, that was one of the recommendations upon which the government refused to act. Bailey and May Farquharson joined forces in 1937 and began working on other strategies to improve the lives of women. One of the issues they discussed was family planning, and another was an initiative called Save the Children Fund, which they founded in 1938. With seed money given by May's father, Arthur Farquharson, Bailey traveled to London with Una Marson to raise funds for providing food, clothing, and textbooks for Jamaican school children. The women successfully continued the program despite the various organizations which disapproved until the government finally took over family planning. In 1944, the advisor to the Controller for Colonial Development and Welfare for the West Indies publicly criticized Jamaican women for their lack of contribution to their nation. Amy Bailey took the words as a call to action and founded the Homecraft Training Center as a way to build their dignity and self-respect while teaching them skills. In 1946, with her own funds, she made a down payment on the property at 4 Rosedale Avenue in Kingston, and began offering home economics courses. The center offered training in catering, cooking, domestic skills, and sewing, as well as English language and arithmetic to girls. Amy Bailey headed the center until 1978 when she retired. Bailey died on the 3rd of October 1990 at Nuttall Memorial Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica. In 1990, a documentary was produced by Sistering Research on the lives of Bailey and Farquharson, their remarkable friendship, and their work for women's political and economic equality. On International Women's Day, March 8, 1990, Amy Bailey and May Farquharson were awarded the Order of Jamaica for their contributions to women's rights. A ceremony bestowing the order was held on June 5, 1990. And now, to end Jamaican roots and culture, here's our famous quotation from the Black diaspora. The African, because of their violent differences between what was native and what he was forced to in slavery, developed some of the most complex and complicated ideas about the world imaginable. The words of Emiri Baraka. For Jamaican Roots and Culture, I'm Pat Clark.
So bright, tropic cloud.
Yes, well researched and enlightening. Hear me, Bailey. I bet you a whole heap of ones who are listening never hear of that woman before. Never hear of that woman before. Has contributed a lot to Jamaica and put Jamaica out there. We're going to continue the series as long as it can continue, because trust me, with the Canada man and people say, yes, Muta, I want to meet a little daughter they were named Pat Clark, you know. Aye, sir. Pat Clark, the people them say they want to meet you because when them hear you talk, man, them feel like they want to come back to Jamaica because all of them people there where you talk about, and the first them hear, they never even know say Marcus Garvey did have an ex-wife. Them never married the two of them one time, you know. It's not bigamy business. But a whole heap of ones never know say Marcus Garvey first wife did name Amy Ashford. A whole heap of things in other little Jamaican roots and culture there. People never know. So we're going to continue it. Believe you me, we're going to continue it. So, here we go now. Here we go. Yasu Safari.
Greetings, Mutabaruka.
You can't ask, you have better feeding than that tune there, you know. Out of Ethiopia. Music called Sacred Rock. Otherwise known as Cabo.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you hear that tune there.
I think I first.
Behave yourself, man. I must about 15, 20 years we have played that tune. Hey, my mate come over and lick with a book here, you know. I don't know, you know what time I play that?
I put you over my phone there, hear it.
Ethiopian music, man, from them time there. Cabo, Astaweke. So, Sunday is the big day.
Yes, Sunday the big day, the 1st of October.
For your big book.
Eh?
For your big book.
My big book.
What you mean? Then you publish it.
Our big book. Well, it's Senya-Com, you know.
Senya-Com, yes, publication.
Senya-Com,
yes.
Senya-Com publication.
Okay.
But it's our book, man, then your book to them, you know, see your name, the big and brand.
They know me write the first poem, right, man?
Boy, you see, there's a poem about a 4-word or an intro. All of them in one?
It's all of them in one, man. All of them
all right,
in one.
sir.
Yes. All right, so tell me, what farm you going to take? Eh? What farm I mean, we start at 1, but what farm the program going to take?
Well, first of all, it's preceded by a live outside broadcast of Running African from 6 a.m. until 11. And then in between 11 and 1, we have free viewing of the medicinal herbs, the Moabit Rebellion, and the Music Museum as a part of exposing what the Institute of Jamaica is doing, which is compatible and consistent with what Making Kenke from Memory is attempting to do. And so at 1, the programs are hosted by Dr. Figaro, which essentially is just bringing people who would read from the book and speak to the book and speak to the author. And so we have several representation, a little bit of entertainment, and then Kabu herself, you know, presenting and obviously signing the book and doing interviews and you know, networking after the event, you know, refreshment by stushing the bush. So
let me ask you a question. Cabo, I go read poetry, right? She go and read from the book.
Yes, man.
She now go do like at the poetry festival the other day where she read one poem and then go like say she just host, you know. She go read.
No, well, you know, as you know, it's Dr. Figaro the host this time, so we exempt from that responsibility. So our primary focus will be reading from the book, Making Kenke from Memory.
And explaining. And explaining too.
And explaining, because there's a lot of explanation, expounding, answering questions, evidently, because there will be a Q&A. And so, yeah, she'll be expounding, giving context, making the connection, and bringing greater clarity. That's a significant piece of work, you know, judging from its title, and certainly, as you would have known from its content. And it's consistent with the work that Cabo has been doing, Running African has been doing. In a broader sense, RFM has been doing, you know, with others including the ISL.
And I can see that
Afrocentricity and a certain level of self-determination, the belief in self expand, whether your own music, your own poetry, your own words, telling your own story.
I can see that a lot of our experience traveling to Egypt, as we call it, Kemet, flow inside of the poem, and that is really beautiful. That she never just visit Egypt, but it actually become part of her, you know.
All right, and she become part of it, as you would have said too. So you could see that a completion, like a full journey, and it's kind of a bit unprecedented, and that's why it was an interesting experience to publish Making Kenke from Memory by Kabu Matkeru, because it gives you a foundation it gives you a contemporary groundation, linking forward with that ancient historic.
Yes.
And so, it's remembering is a Sankofic experience. So you're looking back to look forward, and, knowing where you're from and who you are and where you're going. And so it's a kind of thing where at least it's aspire to empower and I with the language, because you think in the language that you speak and speak the language that you think, and the philosophy and the concept and the idea of self. And so it's a part of the process we have aspired towards rewriting, remembering, telling our own story, seeing things and from our own perspective, building institutions. And so even the synergy with Senyakom is one of the back building institutions, because we just self-determination and group determination and individual and collective responsibility. So we have to do for self what needs doing. You know what I mean? So we have to come together and do the work, whether it be publication, whether it be music, through any means of uplifting and the essence of the book, as is the essence of Pan African and I as Pan African visionary, is really, to reunite the African family for development, for unity, and for ultimate redemption. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So tell me something now. I say, all right, this is...
memories playing a contribution, we think, and a pivotal role at this time in that as well, sorry.
Yeah, what may I say now, like, the book before that you published, which was your book, and now we see a branch off now outside just publishing for you now. That means, Mutabaruka have a new book here,
I will move that here this now. It can leave it to you if it touch on certain points still,
Yeah.
I'm happy you said that, because we never want to really send your company just commit to publishing Yaso Safari.
Yes.
And so you're right.
Yes.
We branch in the sense that it was always a dream and an aspiration.
Yes, to do
and the
other
right
things.
book come along at the right moment and the right synergy. So even as I say, to publish Mutabaruka would be a jar to send you come. Several other points are approaching, several other authors, different genres, from different walks of life and earth.
Well, that's why I bring it up about the branch out.
So certainly we can talk. We begin talk already.
Yeah. All right. So tell me something now, which is another aspect of the thing now. Will we be getting the book in audio version?
Yes, we hope for that. And other versions as well. That's an idea because...
No, hold on. Like, where's the other versions as well, what you mean? Like in French, in Spanish, what you mean?
Well, what do you mean? Why not? But we're more talking immediately in terms of, having the digital version as well.
Yes. So you have forced your audio. I mean CD.
Yes, because he what now? The voice where Kabu have, we think is a significant dimension of our work. Yeah. And when you read it on paper, is one dimension. And when you hear it, it lifts up on the paper and dance like it goes and become a part of you more. So evidently that is something that we think could add value and power from the cultural and social perspective as well as a business perspective as well.
Yeah, you see, one of the reasons why I say that, because my journey into poetry is realizing that there is a literary crowd and there is an audio crowd where we started the poetry by writing the poems and realized most Jamaican people don't really read, especially poetry, based upon what was given in school. So one of the ways that was necessary for reaching people was to use the medium or the media by which it's popular, and that was really the audio. And that extended itself outside.
Mama E need to know.
No, let me finish what I'm going to say. The audio extends itself outside of the literary world, where it actually got into now the reggae world, and then we find ourselves on literary shows, and we find ourselves on big festivals where it's musical shows. The thing with Cabo poetry, as you mentioned a while ago, musically now, it can extend itself outside of just a literary crowd if it is audioed, if there's such a word out there. And I think use a good one, use a capable one for bring it to the attention. Bring our voice to the attention of the people, audio-wise.
Definitely. As a matter of fact, you go forward as way back as in the 90s. and it never quite appeared. But sometimes also things do. It carry forward, and now is a moment of renewal for the whole energies and reasserting ourselves as the African people and the African family. Because we see a go under the world, we have to foreground Africa, we have to homegrown things African, we have to speak our own story, rewrite the history, we have to debunk all the lies and the conspiracies, and build the hope for African unity, African redemption ultimately. And so if you have the voice out there, we are resonating on another level, as the I say. And the interest we have been getting from even Europe, Italy and Germany already, UK, in terms of the book Just a People, making Kenke, but for the same reasons that you say. People that love to see and behold, just like you said, the people in Canada, that love to see Pat Clark, we see whereby the book get enough interest in a certain like circles by just the social media and the little elements of one, and we're looking forward to the launch on October the 1st at the Institute of Jamaica, preceded by a live broadcast, which is again sensitize the Pan-African community from 6 till 11 a.m. and then at 1 p.m. is the launch of Making Kenke from Memory, and that will go up until 3, which will be inclusive of the presentations and the Q&A and the book signing experience and food provided by Stush in the Bush, and you have between 11 and 1 o'clock free access to 3 exhibitions at the Institute of Jamaica, which are very inspirational and foreground, the history and heritage of the Jamaican people, and that tie to the idea of making Kenke from them, remembering, it's the 1st of October, again, is the launch of Heritage Strong, Heritage Month. Yeah. And so the whole thing can wrap up to getting great interest from the diplomatic community, in particular the Nigerian High Commission, to give an idea. And so, it's a real community effort in terms of certainly the Jamaican community, but more specifically the Pan-African community, in celebration of Making Kenke from Memory, which is Kabu's third book. And Senya comes the food publication which we are involved with, but the first Senya comes published in one outside of myself. And so it's a great moment in time, and we're certainly looking to see you be a Mutabaruka.
No, well, me can't know that.
All right, and playing your role. And
no, we will be there, man.
To be honest with you, one of the first things I'm reading in the manuscript, was your piece, and I wrap it up so beautifully. Yeah. They're happy that you're not surprised that you say it's a poem at the time, until you say it, never even consider it could be a poem. However, it was poetic to me that me I say, no, it's like Muta write a poem to tell the whole of each one a forward and in a one and
the whole book.
Brilliant. And,
it's a whole book, because what we realize is that she kind of have she moved from the west coast to the east, from the east to the center, from the center to the west. So it's not just a Cabo, which is Ethiopian, Mahat, which is Egyptian, but she got in Olodumare, she got in some Yoruba tradition, some Akan tradition, and she come right down to the Dokuno, them way there. So it's really...
It's a full cycle, and that's why...
Yeah, she connect the whole of Africa, and the totality of Africa in the poetry book. So that's why we didn't have to write it that way there. For sure, say, she'll stem and a pick from
Africa. It was so fitting and representative, representative. So what we're presenting now even is not by accident that we're at the Institute of Jamaica, it's at the 1st of October. And it's Making Kenke from Memory. And as you speak to the role and the journey of the book, is a scientific journey essentially, and even the meaning of the name of the author and the history of it and how that tie in with the experience which empower and inspire Making Kenke from Memory. And so the way we're presenting it, at Institute of Jamaica on the 1st of October, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., preceded by a broadcast from 6 till 11. Each show you say, we are focused on inspire that community that to make we look. You remembering that journey there. To remember and to reconstruct, the best of what was, really the best of what are available, and create a sustainable reality,
All right, so I look forward to it, brethren. We give thanks for the moment. And we hope the people them will turn. We know the people them are going to turn out still, as I say, from 6 o'clock, running African forum, and from 11,
and from
1 o'clock, the launch of the book. Give thanks.
Yes, give thanks, Mutabaruka. Bless up.
Nice.
Continent.
Yeah, that was just a safari. And it's a serious connection as it relates to publishing and writing. You know them near there. So we hope the publisher will take into consideration what we say. Because really and truly, you know, you don't have to do it with music neither, you know. That is really so. I mean, the music kind of move it further, but given the contents of the poetry, you know, music, sometimes, I mean, I'm going to play something here, which is really what we play when the program, when we just start the program, we play it. I want to play it again to show how powerful it can be with just certain things. Just certain things are kind of not overshadow the message, but enhance the message. So, and we hope that we will hear an audio part of this book. Yes, because we read the poetry them and we say, yes, you know, it can go far, it can go far. So here we're going to play this again. This is part of, we played it already, we have been playing it for years. As a matter of fact, we had this version in the studio too. This is part of the 10 Commandments that Christians call the 10 Commandments. But the 10 Commandments was taken from more ancient manuscripts out of Kemet. And in Wallace Budge, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, him write 42 of them. And it is called in the book 42 Negative Confessions. And note, even though the sentiments of the commandments is the same, but the language that it is used is different. Because in the Bible it says, thou shalt not. Thou shalt not. Meaning that someone is telling you what you must do and what you mustn't do. That is what the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not do this. Thou shalt not do that. In the 42 Negative Confession, the person who is saying it become a part of the confession. The person who is invoking the commandments is becoming a part of the confession. So it's a not shall I. It's a total different thing. And it's not only 10, it's 42.
To be in the place of Ma'at, we anciently lived 42 divine principles. We made these 42 declarations of righteousness. Not have I done wrong. Not have I despoiled. Not have I robbed. Not have I slain. Not have I defrauded the offerings. Not have I diminished oblations. Not have I despoiled the things of interred. Not have I spoken lies. Not have I wasted food. Not have I afflicted any. Not have I wasted my seed. Not have I made to weep. Not have I eaten my heart. Not have I transgressed. Not have I acted deceitfully. Not have I desolated the plowed land. Not have I been an eavesdropper. Not have I set my mouth in motion against any man. Not have I raged except with a cause. Not have I defiled the wife of a man. Not have I defiled the husband of a woman. Not have I polluted myself. Not have I caused terror. Not have I committed offense. Not have I inflamed myself with rage. Not have I made myself deaf to the words of right and truth. Not have I caused grief. Not have I acted insolently. Not have I stirred up strife. Not have I judged hastily. Not have I been an eavesdropper. Not have I spoken overmuch. Not have I harmed. Not have I done evil. Not have I cursed the king. Not have I fouled water. Not have I made my voice haughty. Not have I cursed the Creator. Not have I committed theft. Not have I defrauded the offerings of the interred. Not have I carried off the offerings from the beatified one. Not have I wasted food of the infant. not have I sinned against the interior of the town, not have I slaughtered animals. These 42 oracles of Ma'at were the basis from which Moses received the 10 Commandments when he went to school in the temples of Anu, in the Kemetic nation of Tawi, in the Nile Valley, in the land now miscalled Egypt.
Yes, beautiful, man, beautiful. Beautiful. For those of you who don't know what the Mahat is, you need to Google it. Very important philosophy. Because we have to look upon things from a next perspective. Because if we only knew what we knew now then, things would be of a different nature, man. So we have to start the change in us and around us. Because the only way you can change the world is to change yourself. Automatically, changing yourself change the world. Because the world is a perception. It's a perception. And most of us is living in an illusion. But we don't know how to use illusions. You have to know that it's an illusion and use it. People who living in an illusion and don't know, it's a terrible thing. But if you can use an illusion, you know, say, half of your journey done. So these mythologies, and people don't recognize that a mythology is not a lie, you know. A mythology is where you want to simplify things in a down-to-earth way. So you use symbols. That is why men create so much symbols. Instead of you have a police in the middle of the road, like old time days, you put a light there. And those lights represent a certain behavior that you're supposed to connect with. So everybody knows that the red means stop. So the red don't have a word in it next stop because you can't read. But if you drive, you're supposed to can't see. So everybody know anywhere in the world you go, that symbol with those 3 lights cock up in a one pole there, so when you see that red, it means stop. And when you see that amber, it means get ready. And when you see the green, it means that you can go on. So symbols is very important. And in Kemet, that them call Egypt, it was a very important part of life for create symbols. Creating symbols make you recognize the value of reality. Now, the symbols were not that was not meant to be, or the myth was not meant to be taken literal. That is why we talk about using the illusion. The symbols, the mythologies, the metaphors. It's a weird thing. If you see a metaphor, you start to take it literal, then you're in a problem. Because you know, when a woman says man or dog, if you really go home to your man and start treat him like one, then you're in a serious problem. Because the term man or dog, most people know what it means. So even though you make the thing that you are equating the thing with, you're not turning the thing into the thing that you're equating it with. It's not like you're using what we call a simile, where you say, a man is like a dog. That is a different thing from saying, a man is a dog. Mythology shows those things. Mythology shows, we use symbols creatively to look into human experiences and human way of thinking. And there's no better group of people that use symbols and mythology like African people. The problem with it is that when foreigners come and take the symbols and take the mythology out of the domain of the people who create the mythology, create the symbols, and take it out of them space and carry to fill them space and interpret it and reinterpret it, it becomes now similes. So you hear now something like the sun is a source of life. And no one can live without the sun. But that symbol of worship, which is the sun in the sky, is now placed on a human being. And we know that it couldn't be like that. The Egyptians did not mean you or they want you to look at a man and equate him with the sun. But when the Europeans come and twist it and turn it and bring it round, that is where it eventually become. It eventually become a human being who's taking the place of the sun in the sky when nothing can take place of the sun in the sky. The sun is the source of all energy. Everything with upon the earth come from the earth. Everything with upon the earth come from the earth. And whether it is living or whether it is inanimate, meaning it do have life as we know it in the structure, in the physical manifestation of that thing. The sun is the source of it living. So African people, especially upon the west coast of Africa, when they talk about animism, which is a discipline of recognizing life in every living thing and things that are not living, like stone, like leaf, like everything, animism. Europeans couldn't realize and figure that out because they never into that black. They take African spirituality, African culture, and twist it and turn it without any understanding of it and make it become something that it is not. And it was not meant to be what they interpret it as. And they gave the former slaves the idea and the interpretation that they have. And now we, as African people, internalize those ideas and make it become a part of us. So we are blinded by the true essence of what the African ancestors was trying to project to us. So when we hear, for instance, now the Mahat, that female with the scale that is balancing your character and your behavior in a scale with a feather, as light as that, a feather. And what it does is to say, we're going to put the feather in the scale and put all of the things them that you have not, and that you were not commanded to do, the good and the bad. And if the feather is not balanced with your actions and non-actions, you have to go over and go start over again. The idea is to balance your soul and spirit with the feather in the scale. That is the purpose of the Mahat. And in trying to balance your idea, your spiritual movement with the feather, you have to repeat certain what we call it, incantations. You have to repeat them. Thus, the 42 confessions. Because this is what you are confessing to. This is not spoken by somebody to you. This is spoken by you to your inner being, inner self. And you have to be aware of what you are saying as it relates to your inner being. Because after you say those 42 confessions, even one of them, it find you guilty of. You know, say the scale going tilt. The scale going tilt. And if the scale tilt, you have to go start all over again with your life. You never have no someone to watch over you because this God that them talk about, according to them, is omnipresent, omniscient. Therefore, there's nowhere that this God is not. You can't go nowhere and God don't do it. It means you are in God. Most people want to say God is in them, but you are in God. If you want to use the terminology God. And if you are in God, you must be able to repeat the 42 negative confessions and eventually get it right at some time or another. So thou shalt not kill. Not have I killed. Not thou shalt not. Because when Christians repeat it, them put it on somebody, not themselves. It's on somebody you're putting it. Thou, which is you, not I. That's why the I is so important. Because if you say, thou shalt not, Muta talking to himself. Muta to talk to himself to rectify him inner consciousness, him inner being, him inner purity, him inner divinity. We have to speak to self. And that is what the confessions offer. Self. You don't sit down in a box and a man over there so we're worse than you and you confess your sins to that man. Where you know say that man they could have be one of the wickedest man on earth and you sit down in a box. Because them still do that in the Roman Catholic Church. Confessing your sins to Father is one of the things them, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It is now 10 days I never done a confession. You're confessing your sins to a man who him could have more sins than you. But the conscience and the consciousness is what our ancestors speak to. So when it say, not have I killed, you better make sure so you never kill. Because if you did kill, the scale going to go rock. The scale is that conscience that is living in man. So all we are searching for is a divinity in the human experience. And that divinity is inside our way. People want to believe that it's somebody else that will bring that divinity to it. No. Not in the experience of the Mahat. M-A-A-T, represented by a woman with a feather in her head and a scale. So, we just want to know that we have to go to the root. We can't just deal with the branch, because the branch sometimes breeze come and blow down blow it and leave them drop off. But the root stick to the earth and replenish itself so that it can bring new leaf in the different seasons. You know, there's a poet named Khalil Gibran from Lebanon. The most popular book is a book named The Prophet. And him talk about love. And when him say, I should have played without people, I should have played, I should have played this thing. I'm going to come back and play this thing. Anyway, it says like, and when you love, you should not say that God is in my heart, but I am in the heart of God. And when you love, you shall not say that God is in my heart, but I am in the heart of God. What a beautiful thought for really believe and think that we are in the heart of God. That's a serious start. Think on it till you come back. This is the cutting edge on RFM. Yeah, this is the cutting edge on RFM. As we tell you, as the year before, we will be down at the Institute of Jamaica this Sunday with the book launching, Cabo's book. We want to make the people them understand that what we are telling people them on the radio is something where out there in the what we call the world of religious, spiritual, all the things them where you can find where make up ancient philosophy, and it have a meaning that gone sometime above the normal person, because we choose not to want that aspect of our history, culture, whatever you want to call it. Because the simple illusion of us so blissful, we are so blissed, full, that we don't want to explore other disciplines. We don't want to explore them because we say, it's like our brains get lazy. And them make our brains get lazy. We're supposed to have use more percentage of our brains and we not use it. Because we're still not able to look straight in front of it and see the back of our head. We're not able to do that. We still are search for ways out of this life rather than make this life be wonderful to live, because we have the hope and the promise that there is a better life. And we don't know that the life is one life. That energy that is life, that cannot be destroyed, that cannot be created, is something that we have to recognize inside our way, outside our way, around way. To see the goodness in things, you have to see yourself in things. That is part of the Egyptian book of the dead. The coming forth by day, as it is called. The book of the coming forth by day, the Europeans them call it the Egyptian book of the dead. Wallace Budge book is the most popular version of the Egyptian, of the coming forth by day. But in that book it said to see the goodness of things, you have to see yourself in things. So if you see yourself in things and it's good, well, you know, say it's a better thing. But we are talking about goodness as it relates to something other than ourselves. That's why we can't have that confidence in self that make us twice defeated in the race of life. We can't find that confidence to see the goodness of things and see ourselves in that thing. Because everything look like it's our next thing. Other thing, like you, instead of I and I. As the Rastaman would say. I and I is one. I and you is the next one. So the Rastaman realized the goodness in things and seeing himself in things that him relate to the next one as I. There's no second person. And in the reality of the thing, there is no second person. Or you get that second person when you are in God. Energy is in you and around you, and people talking about God is up in the sky. Then if God up in the sky, I'm going to come down. That means I'm not down here. It's a weird thing. People don't claim that God is everywhere. But yet till him have this argument, say God in the sky and I'm going to come down out of the sky. Then he can't be everywhere then. Right as so, as we speak as so now, between me and the daughter we're long as so now. I can't where them and say God's supposed to do right this song. Then if God up in the sky and him going to come down. God there in a mountain and him going to come down. Then that's not omnipresent. And we recognize divinity. And divinity is not an illusion. It's just a way. That is what divinity is, a way. And we have to find how to go forward to that way. As the ancients would say, we have to find the way. And a whole heap of time you hear we mention this story, we're going to repeat it again. But before we repeat it, we're going to tell you, say, it's 12 o'clock. Yes. This is Cutting Edge on RFM. We're there with you. We're going to take some phone call. Operator, send in a phone call them.
Somebody's always bad-mouthing black men. And most of what they say is true. But it's not true about most black men. This is a praise song. Hum a little Billy Harper if you want to. But up out of my heart, which ain't no easy place, I give thanks for the births of all the black, brown, and beige brothers who struggled to get out of that birth canal and have since never tried to re-enter. Give thanks to all the brothers who know and have always known the value of family, as opposed to dropping seeds in every reachable field of glory. Give thanks to all the brothers who accompany their women into the delivery rooms to witness and participate in the positive welcoming of their newborn into this world. Give thanks to brothers who actively join in controlling births and preventing diseases. Give thanks to brothers who work unbelievably effed up jobs to secure the needs of their families, especially the ones who thought about running but never could. Give thanks to brothers who cook and clean and change diapers without fear of their penises falling off. Give thanks to brothers who take care of their children. Give thanks for brothers who are actively involved in the development of their children, who know their highs and lows, their likes and dislikes. Special thanks to the brothers who manage this irregardless of their relationships with the mothers. Give thanks to the brothers who save other brothers' harvest, who take the mother and therefore take the children, whether they are liked by them or not. These brothers don't come in masses, but are many enough to mention. Give thanks to the brothers who have no children, but who treat all of our children like they are really all ours. And instead of worrying them about the when of fatherhood, we should be grateful for the love they do share. Give thanks for brothers who love and respect their mothers, and therefore love and respect black womanhood. Give thanks to brothers who let a woman be herself without trying to mold her or shape her into a piss-poor imitation of a white girl. Give thanks to brothers who like the women they sleep with and who don't sleep with women they don't like. Give thanks for the brothers who have taken the time and the care to patch up the injuries on the hearts of sisters who ran head on into the wrong nigger. Give thanks for brothers who let their black women be their friends without trying to seduce them further on down the road. Give thanks to brothers who don't take advantage of women even when they know they can. Those who pass up the opportunities to pimp no matter how available they may be. Give thanks to the brothers who have never, ever raised their hands against a woman. Let me just back up and give them a little bit more thanks on that. Give thanks to brothers who oppose rape first in their hearts and who defend black women without having to know them. I'm talking about those stalking moments when sisters ask unknown brothers to walk with them or watch them to their cars, and the average blood who gives her that coverage without a pause. Give thanks to the brothers who resisted and do resist enslavement through drugs, and for the lesser heroes, give thanks also for those who are enslaved but yet warn others about the wicked possibilities. Give thanks for brothers who love other brothers without fear of freakiness. Give thanks to brothers who tell the police nothing. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow too. Divine thanks to those who will die and have died rather than betray black secrets. Give thanks to brothers who receive fame and yet remain beautifully true to the race and its image. Give thanks for the brothers who are self-employed and the inspiration they give us all as we struggle to be self-reliant. And give everlasting thanks to any and all brothers who have paid the extravagant cost of being brothers, no matter how high the bill.
Yeah, this is the cutting edge. Yes, Il.
Good night.
Good night.
How are you, Muta?
I'm okay.
I called you 2 years ago. This is the lady from St. Anne's over Littlefield Bamboo, Miss Aisha Wigan. You remember me?
No.
Yes, man. I called you about 2015. I get a call in out of church. You remember the lady that was telling me about Jesus?
Boys, I will if I will lady tell me about Jesus, you know.
Yeah.
Talk some more, make me try remember. Talk some more.
Oh, all right. I was baptized until in Pentecost, and I was praying one morning in the room, and while I was there praying, I hear a voice come and speak and say, "This is Jesus." So I know me alone in the room. So I look around. He said, "Me can't see me. He's a spirit." So he must say, "He want me to stop going to church and go help him." So I said, "To do what?" He said, "The world must know the truth about him and about God." So I said, "Jesus is God." He said, "No." He said, "He's Joseph and Mary's son." So I said, "Who is God?" He said, "God." All of us believe that God is a Christian, but after he raised and he went up into heaven, he found the right truth about God, who God is. So I say, "Why you say God is a Christian?" He say, God trick the people, and God lie and trick the people, and they do they live some dirty life and make all of us believe that he's a Christian. So I say, "Why you say that?" He say, "God wants to live with him, and to accept God have beat him and they suffer him right now. So he wants to work, say, he's Joseph and Mary's son. Him and God know nothing. God a tricky people. And see people talk say, God and his son, and some people say, him and God. So Jesus wants the people to know, say, everything done by him. Everything. Rainfall by God, sunshine by him, but he's not a Christian. Okay. And me not believing in him because Jesus will teach me who he is. So he's a gay. You understand? So
who is a gay? Wait, who is a gay?
Yes. God himself.
Oh.
Yeah, Jesus said God want to live with him behind the world, but no. Years now, over 2,000 years they have Jesus, I suffer Jesus, and the Christian in that church, they worship Jesus, and the things to say God a Christian. Jesus said God is no Christian, a trick, a lion.
So let me ask you a question now. Wait, hold on there. This is where you dream about in your room the night.
No, not what me dream about. When he come speak to me and talk to me,
in your house.
Church, God not put nobody ever trick. God trick the people him.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, and Jesus said God put a spell for all humans to say me mad, some to say me blaspheme, some to say
them say you mad. Them say you're mad.
Yeah. So he said the people to say when them hear about this, and Jesus I say all of the earth create them and everything when they go on, him a do everything. Jesus want the people to know say him wicked. You understand? The people might talk about Satan, say Satan. No, Satan don't exist. And God, they do everything. No, and God are the devil. That's what Jesus teach me to teach the world. God him evil, bad Muta. He might fight against me too much now, man. The people have to know the truth about him. Him liar, wicked, and thief. He might thief me not tell him a lie.
When thief from you? Where God thief from you?
Me not going to tell you yet about it. Me just tell you one little part. Me can't talk everything about on the phone. You understand? When thief, because all right. Let me tell you a little part. You know, for the people I know about what me I talk about, it's like me used to talk to this guy. one guy around a little field here and he change the guy penis. Two of them penis in change. You understand? And the guy in the inject something at the guy them tongue. They don't talk. You understand?
So when change them penis to? When change them penis to?
Eh?
What him change them penis to?
Switch it like him take what the guy run us away.
Oh, him be the one the penis and the other one the next one penis.
Switch them. Like one of them bigger than one, so him put the small one on the big one. And the guy them know about you and can't talk and then hear people are saying mad.
So you see that you see that happen, you see it.
Yes, sir.
So you know to them penis switch.
Because
you feel it.
Me sex with them and Jesus tell me them something they do.
And you know the difference.
Yes, I know the difference. And not only that alone, all my teeth in my mouth, you understand, in my ear. Only for something in teeth motor. Only for something in teeth in me. You understand? But you know so the people know.
So why you don't go to church go tell the people them what you tell me? Why you don't go to church go tell them that?
Yeah, man, me call him for other radio station, me call him for other radio station, but from the other day, me hear me talk about this storm and so me have to make you know, say, him the killer of the people. Jesus say, anyway, nobody dead. I say, I want them to dead. You understand?
So how much radio station you call already, apart from the one? How much radio station you call already?
I call a few radio stations and I try to get through to go on Ian Bowen talk show, but each time I call the office, the lady I said Ian Bowen busy. The spirit I said Ian Bowen on the talk show. So, but me not top fight until me get through. Where
the other people them on the other radio station say about what you say? Anytime them hear what you talk, but what the other people them on the radio station say?
Them listen, man. Them listen. Them say if me get me calling, I have to do me thing. I have to do what me have to do. But we want everybody to know about it because it's just something like what Jesus wanna do. When Jesus wanna do him healing work and never did that go on church, Jesus said, me not to go on no church. I now put nobody and ever tricking the tricky people them and they lie to the people and they put spirit on the people them. Him a liar, him wicked, him out hard and bright and he molest human and then sleep. Jesus said, when you sleep and you feel something they hold it down and you sleep in the passing place with people and then sleep, Mr. Muta. You understand? And all of the sickness them, AIDS, cancer, blood pressure, all of the kidnapping them and the stabbing and the chatting them, and him a set up everything.
God.
You understand? All of the foreign country them when they mash up at him, they do everything. Okay. Him wicked, bad to Jesus. And him fight against me. Him fight against me too much, so me have to make the people know. Yes. Jesus them lend all human breath, whether we believe in him, yes or no, everything they done by him. When they go to your bed, I'm put you to sleep, I'm a wake you up, but him not a Christian. I'm hear him cuss Jesus, him hungry Jesus like dog, him cuss Jesus bad. Jesus
like when him said to Jesus, what God said to Jesus, what him say?
Cuss Jesus and call him drunk and say Joseph is father and Mary and mother and the world must know about it. You understand? But him believe to say Jesus said he used to pass in place with Mary and Joseph have sex, but they don't put that part in the Bible. God a iron and the poor in him a fire. You see how the sun hot Muta? Him wicked and Adam and Eve and Noah them in passing place with them behind the word back and nobody never know about it. And two, Jesus go up when they know. He want passing place with Jesus and Jesus not accept him. You understand? If he live with him in a fight against the man.
All right, Mama. All right.
Yeah, so Jesus wants us to know. Jesus wants us to know, say, although we don't believe in him, everything done by him. He's a wicked, I'm a put people at hell right now. When they're dead, Jesus said, make the body rotten, in go to the grave and raise up the people, and they put over 50 at hell. And under 50,
so let me ask you a question.
All the baby them are burn the baby them.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Oh, are the first you call me? Are the first me hear you?
No, man, I'm the first me call in 2015 one time, man. I said me must call back. But true, me said me want to try to get it on other radio station.
Oh, it's
the call already, man. The call the year before last already. I said me must call you back. I'm here when it talk to you.
Then I know you just call me back.
No, me never ready to call you back yet, but through me hear you talk from the other day because me say me want all the radio station them to know about it. Right. I'm calling for even dear pastor them. I'm calling some more radio station. But me want to get even to Susie Q and Ian Bowen them for them know about it. But me soon go to town, go find them for them here.
So where you live?
Me go on a minister to a pastor. This ministry named Christ Ministry. And Jesus a teach the world who God is. Say he's not a Christian, he's a gay.
Yeah, you see that already. You see that a whole heap of time already. Anyway, we have to move now, though.
Yes, Muta, and if you can try to get to Mr. Ian Bowen, see me, just tell him to call Aisha, we're going to, I'm not mad. I mean, I need to see a psychiatrist, doctor. These are the things when it puts on people to
God
say.
want you feel say, God want the people them see say you're mad.
Yes, that's foolishness when they talk say. Yeah. And even listening to me, I have this guy now want married to me. Well, if I was told nobody hears, nobody knows the guy want married to me. You understand? And me say, every time the guy live a St. Martin in name Brian, and every time the guy come down to marry to me, he put sickness on the guy. So the guy no come on me there, and the people them think I want the guy no want me. He no want him baby mother up our town feet to say the boy want him, the boy no want the girl. So I say he want to run the girl from the yard. And every time the guy come down to marry to me, I sickness to take him, even though a man a brown son where a rich man used to take care of me. The man can't come on me there, everybody to come on me there. The spirit I said nobody now get me. Nobody no accept me. And if I against me bad when the people give me money or work and them with them him wicked that him and the devil. God and the devil, the world to know that him wicked him fight against me too much more. Don't believe in him, the people not accept him. And Jesus said to believe in him.
Alright. So what your name? What your name? Tell me what your name.
Aisha Wigan.
Alright, Aisha Wigan, we're gone.
Yeah. I remember 50 say they can't through 50 cars for earborn to me. Tell him
listen, man.
I want to go on the talk show.
Him listen every night, man. Him listen. All right?
Yeah, all right.
Yes. Wow. That is something else. She sound... I tell you, man. Some serious philosophy. I don't know if the people them in certain areas of discipline listen, because you have some people out there where, trust me, dedicated to what them I said, to the bone. Yes, ill.
Hello.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, man. I have to pray for that lady.
You have to talk louder.
No, me say we have to pray for that lady. She have a whole heap in her mouth.
May I tell you?
You're doing a good work, man. And God
and you know that she not take no breath at all, you know.
No, sir. Wow. You're doing a good work, man. God carry you kingdom for such a time as this. I want to big up a holiness. He's doing a good work.
Me not hear you good, you know.
Oh yeah, me just want to big up Mr. Holiness. And he's
only Mr. Holiness.
No, the Prime Minister, man. He's doing a good work, man.
Oh, Holiness, you call him?
Holiness.
All right.
Oh, yeah. He's the only one that passed the horizon, man. We're creeping out some garbage, man, and a cherish people. But I want to put two scripture. Ephesians chapter 2.
What is the good works Holiness I do? What is the good work you say Holiness I do? You say me doing a good work.
Yeah, man, he might do a good work.
Wow, what kind of work? What the work where I do?
He's a fresh prime minister. Well, he's a fresh prime minister, right?
Yeah.
He just started, right? And there are some things where some corruption where he must scrape out and
like which corruption, so? Tell me.
Even the security forces are well worked.
Am I scrape out the corruption out of the security force?
No, he must scrape out this corruption out of the world, man. He must export certain things, man.
Wait there, hold on. You talk about the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
Yeah.
You say he must scrape out the corruption out of the whole world.
Yes, he must go on with things, man. He must do things.
Okay, so he must the savior then. He must the savior. He must the savior.
The savior use him.
He must save the world.
He must go on alright. If the people then just humble themselves and
yes, and listen.
Then we see a good work.
Okay.
Anyway, Ephesians chapter 2, right?
All right.
Book of Ephesians chapter 2. The Bible speaks of the spirit. This prince demon. Work media and working on the children of disobedience.
Okay.
Right. Working in the children of disobedience. You even speak of man and dog. I'm listening a long time. Yes, this type of demons turn man in a dog. Man.
No, hold on. I don't want you to screw up for me that talk about it. Why me did I say man a dog?
You speak something about dog, man a dog.
Hold on, man. May I say, what in reference to what was I saying, man a dog? In reference to what?
No, me you touch one point, the man where you
When I say man a dog, but what I was saying in reference to?
A man even call himself dog, and the Bible speak of
Boss.
dog, sorcerer. Eh?
Yeah.
Dog and sorcerer. The Bible speak of it.
All right, so you never did listen to what me I say, but go and talk. Yeah.
This spirit that is working in the disobedient children them right now, right?
Yeah.
They turn man into dog. Big man, big agable man, them turn them not doba dog. Pit bull. And the children in a mongrel dog. Yes, it is happening. If you ever hear some people really get on, you listen to a group of dog or them behavior and see if under the same type of spirit moving because of disobedience.
You totally lose. You lose half of what me did that say though. You never understand what me did that talk about.
No man, if you not
you try to interject your thinking into what me never did that say.
No, hold on. The Bible speaks of dog sorcerers. Right? The Bible speaks of it.
Yeah.
Yes, and a man call himself dog. Right?
Yes.
No, that's a bad spirit and taking upon themselves.
Dog a bad spirit.
Yes. Look here.
So you know have good dog. You know have no dog. Me have dog in my yard. We have good dog. Them not a bad spirit na them. More than anything for trouble.
Hold on.
If my dog, remember you call them both man a dog. Them could have yam me up.
Hold on, no.
Yeah.
Me have three, 4 dogs in my yard, right?
Yeah, and them a man.
And the puppy, yeah, one woman and
woman.
2 other ones. And if you throw some food, give the dog them, you see? And the picnic one, he might try to eat too much. Sometimes you have to run go there with this.
Yeah, time I go yam up the other one.
Yes, he might kill him, hold him down.
That means you're a dog, them a man.
No, that's so dog behave, man.
No, not so dog behave, man. That means you're a man that you talk about. Then that means you're a dog, them a man.
Let me tell you, I have 2 man dogs. But even man
dog become man.
Man turn dog before.
Yo, dog become man.
Man become dog before God.
No, but man,
spirit, the type of spirit.
All right.
Where them approach tree.
Yeah. Me understand. That is spirit. I know the physical.
Work through them, man of the dog, you know. But at the spiritual.
All right. So you never understand what me say, but you know you understand what me I said. No, you say what me did I say.
Me hear you touch that point there, man. You know you say nothing wrong, you know. Me hear you touch that point there. But me on good to me have it in me.
Yeah, true. You have the Ephesians in your head now, the Bible in your head now. You start to say something.
Matthew 24. Jesus said, "This is the beginning of sorrow."
Hold on. Who said that?
God. God said.
When him said?
Matthew 24.
When him said?
The sign of it coming.
When him said?
In the book of Matthew.
When did him say it? When? Not where. When?
Over 2,000 years ago.
And him said, this is
the beginning of sorrow. That means.
All right. Hold on. A man said something, somebody or something said something 2,000 years ago and said, this is the beginning of sorrow. And you are said today, man, talk about.
Yeah, man, that God speak of the present, the past, and the future. That's how God speaks.
No, but him say,
what happened today, right?
You say, him say, this is the beginning of sorrow. This is, means when him say it, at that time is the beginning of sorrow.
Yeah, because look here, them ask him a certain question.
How much your wall is? How much your wall is?
66, man. We have a good.
Yeah, how much?
Intelligence. 66, man.
You have 56. You have 50,
66. Me little bit older than you.
You're a little bit older than me.
Yeah, man. So right. Me and you born the same December, man. Me and you stand up and talk, you know. All right, listen to Matthew 24.
No, me not going to give the whole time on the radio for
that lady that talk be a foolishness and you give nearly 10 minutes, you know.
And then, but you gone that now.
Don't make me just give you.
But you gone 10 minutes too.
Me not gone 10 minutes yet, man.
Listen
to Matthew 24.
Yes.
And Jesus said, this gospel of the kingdom must be preached as a witness to all nations, and then shall the end come. Notice, over there where the hurricane and the storm and that, break down those people.
The island them,
Start them all over. Those people, it's like their hand come upon them, you know. Because then take 7 years to build up themselves for casting every year. And right now,
what you talk about? What you talk
the
about?
only thing some of them have
Those
on them
people
back.
over here, you mean in a St. Croix and Virgin Islands and
Yeah, where the
Dominica?
where the storm flattened down the
Yeah, what you say the Bible that talk about them people there?
No, it's like the end come upon them, and that is the beginning of their sorrow.
So when
Because
our sorrow come now? When
right
our
now,
sorrow come?
Right now, a lot of them are under sorrow. Hey, before you cut me off, me just want send a phone number to Mr. Holiness. Me just want him to give me a call up at 805 2345 and 482
Yes.
1315. And if he can't get to me, he just start to Mr. Bill Davis. And
Okay.
Mr. Bill Davis say,
the man on St. Tanya, so.
me a watch rest. Me a
All right, so you should have tried to get the woman number where did that talk to me and go talk to her, man. You sound like you look like I usually that talk about when she had said this man
that lady the out her mind, man.
Oh, are you in your mind?
Let me say something to you.
Yeah.
The Bible says that what you eat is not what goes down into a man defile the man. You know?
It's what?
It's what come out of the man.
Look
the
here. Food, watch out.
Right?
We're going at you, we kill you. We're going at you, we kill you. We mean defile. We kill you.
Him says that what goes down into a man defile the man.
But it will kill you, though.
From defile. But it's what...
No, me never say you're different. We're going at you, we kill you.
Yes, if you take poison.
It may not defile you, but it will kill you.
No, there's something that defile the man. The word when him speak, defile him.
Like which word, sir? Like which word? Like which word?
Life. Him speak
you know,
against
say you're
love.
gone more than the woman now, and I talk pure damn foolish like the woman. Me gone left you now. Me gone. Me gone left you. All right. It's not even 1 o'clock yet, and them wake up on me. It's not even 1 o'clock, and them wake up. You know, look like them line up tonight. You know, believe you me. First caller, second caller, the man still attack. You know, Rasta. No, boy, I tell you, them wake up for me that night. Yeah, man, me there.
Yeah, me I tell you, a long time caller, long time listener, first time caller, you see me?
Eh?
Yeah, man, you know, so one of the look for you, I listen from it like the 90s, you see me?
Okay.
So, I big up on a caller, I listen from them long time, it's a lady named Miss Bev.
Miss who?
You see me? Miss Clark, Miss Bev Clark. I'm down at the terrace.
Okay.
You see me? Yeah. I tell them, Father, you, a man like you, I tell them, we wish we have bullet more. Man like your pan radio and them something, you see me? So if I'm a youth, I see them something there, and I tell them, say, he's a man, I tell them, say, yo, I tell you, it's serious.
Yeah.
But it's a man like me, I tell a man like you, I tell you, you're the best. You see me? I'm going to say the best of me like in every way. You see me?
All right, sir.
Yeah, man.
What are your name?
Their name Buba.
Buba, okay.
Yeah. Glenn Brown, them know youth like we and them card. Them and they grow differently still, you see me?
Yeah. All right.
Come from next door, them and they differently, you see me?
Give thanks, brethren.
I tell you. It's a man like you, I tell you, so we need one man like you on the island, you see me?
All right.
And throughout the world, too, not only on the island, throughout the world, you see me?
Yeah.
Make it a better place, you see me?
All right.
I tell you.
All right, give thanks, brethren. You all right?
Yeah, man, I'm all right, Father, man. I'm a good man. Yeah, man, I'm a good man.
No, you're nervous. You're so nervous this
yeah,
family, You're nervous, bad man. You shake hard. Me I see you know. Trust me. You see me?
Yeah, man, they don't see me. I see you look while you eat and them attack. They just go eat some food and I listen to them attack and them put it on friends there. You just listen to them go munch for your food and go on. You see me? I say, come in there, watch it too there. All right?
No, that's why I say you see me. Because me I see you for true.
They see me every day. I watch it. That's me see you, man. Me every day I listen. I watch you, Father. Because I look at you.
All
you
right,
must people tell me say, what, man?
Yeah, man. All right, give thanks.
What does it say? Give thanks and Father. Hold up your head.
Yeah, I see.
Keep on do the good work.
Yeah. Yes, may I tell you. Okay. Hey, the one BC, the other part of the program, BC Love. The one BC to look at England, the other part of the program, BC Love, you but look forward to after 12, after 1. Here's a hurricane going to lick England. The same Maria, she name. It look like Maria Ghana, England, and I wonder which place you take Ghana, England there. Maria, she name, yes. Yes, this is the cutting edge hill.
Yes.
Motor.
Blessed man.
The program gone from fast forward.
Me I tell you.
And 1 o'clock yet. Maria gone away, England.
Yes.
So that's why I go British Virgin Islands.
No reach there yet. It's supposed to reach there at the weekend.
I woke up British Virgin Island.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why I getting visa.
You know, it match down Dominic to man.
Yeah, but that's why I getting visa, in British visa.
And the next one too, it like she connect with the next one and I run go up there.
Yeah, the two of them run back to back.
Yeah, no, I mean the next. No, me don't remember the name, you know. Me still look for the name.
It's how we attack.
Yeah, we connect with Maria. And I run go up to England there.
Oh, okay. Oh, then drive. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But hey, before me go nowhere, man, Patrick from New York, listen, I work at airport in New York. Big up, dude. Hey, Buta. Remember,
you hear the two people them a while ago?
No.
You never hear the two call of them, the first two call of them?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Then, Muta, I listen to music. I'm a doze off. And I jump over to sleep. I'm here, my girl, Aisha.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm supposed to girl is on tell Muta, but my mama tell us I'm here and girl on the US station.
Yeah, she?
Yes, man. My mama tell about her.
She blast God.
I see him in my talk fast, you know, man.
I lift up Jesus and I blast down God, man.
Because he get about 40 minutes worth of information in a 5 minute period.
Me I tell you. I tell you, Jerome.
Man. But, brethren, behind him now, he's 66.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 1 more 6 to go.
And he might say, no, the girl that talk foolishness, he might talk the right thing, you know.
Man.
I tell you, this religion thing is something.
Hey, you stop at your favorite eater this evening?
Me hungry?
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Come, brethren, ain't give a phone number.
If a brethren give me a phone number?
No, I'm supposed to give you a phone number if I'm stop down there, you know. In a week, I'm stop the Monday thing. I'm going to give, because you did show me, say, me have to, left my number with the operator one even, and you don't give me a ring, because my mama tell us that.
The operator going to give me a number, I don't even know, say it need, you know.
Because when they tell us, more keep up with the, St. Thomas pregnant woman.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to see the transcript. See, because I must help in some kind of line, but I must help in some kind of way.
One of them daughter where work me long as so to figure it out.
Then we can work with him. We can work with him and figure it out, man, because if I see that transcript, I must dash it and case there. I want to look to see how it's like, and I can see how they might get off and kind of way they was on the foolishness. You understand?
Alright, just remind me.
I know she can still do a civil thing.
Yeah.
You know, see it.
Yeah, man.
So, I think I would do that. Because I said, I get the number already still on a profile, you know, on time, but that chip there freeze up now on phone for me. Everybody
phone a freeze up and all.
I could well home that I turned 2012 still when the Car Guard March thing on that profile.
2012 was the Car Guard March?
No, sir. I think I remember that, yes, 2012.
I remember, yeah. Okay.
No, I provide that, I don't know if you remember. But when me that say, boy, I want to still careful and make man look out because the police, that say a man a smoker, so then we just mash everything, then we try like a man and make people get unruly. I remember you look for me and say, brethren, maybe you're all police too. You don't remember that.
No, if you remember that, you remember that.
Yeah, because then I asked him, say, have you police profile? I have to tell you, say, no, I've been doing a long time. I say no.
Anyway.
But yeah, if you check him, ask him the number for farmer, where I bring him farmer, they left the number for you.
You mean long area?
Yeah, long me hungry.
You mean me hungry in a Ochi or so?
Yes, what's your name?
Vita him name.
Yes,
I name Vita. Yes, all right. We don't know. Me ask him, yes? Him not give me no number down there.
Can't call a operator give him too.
And the thing with them thing there, you know, man, start telling me, say, give me thing, no trim fees, and me have to get to it, though. That's what go on, let's say, Muta, you say I get old. You remember I tell you this, I remember I tell me give you this, and them never do not like that, you know.
Sometimes I like me.
No go so. And them I say that.
Them I just have to go.
I feel insecure.
I try to make it all right. My talk, I gotta tell them.
But I tell you. Like no one a while ago.
Anyone you hear your wife a complain and change your penis, so we know.
She said she knew we can't chat the two of them. No, but I tell you, Rasta. No, you know, you can't easily cut off the people, you know, but this is when you hear something like that, you have to just make it go on.
Then entertainment value.
Yeah, you have to wait. That's what I'm telling you, it's wait when you BC. At that part of the program, him love, you know, because at them hours, they never go wake up no car.
But by the time you wake up, him late now. Gone already.
No, him no wake. No, man, him take the program, them, you know.
Oh, okay.
But when I say at this part of the program between 12 and 2, at this part of the program, him love the arms house, you see, man. Him not easy, you know, pure arms house, him love.
Well, little most, me no bother ringing no more. But I said, right, it means I miss my type program after one already. I got the boy, me do some boom and take it time.
Yeah. Only part of the program you miss still. Anyway, give thanks.
All right, me check the tape them.
Yeah, and tomorrow remind me about the acts. One of them to see if them can really figure out about this thing on St. Thomas.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yes. May I tell you, man.
Hail Muta.
Blessed man.
Hail Muta.
Blessed man.
Yes, first, big up BSC and Romain Green again.
All right, sir.
And next, I think on the news when we see yesterday on democracy now, and a law will come in next month where it will, I guess, they're going to start monitor all immigrant Facebook, social media, and check every website and stuff where everything with them are.
In America or the world?
In America.
Okay.
So, they might have do it already, but next month, the law is going to be law. It's going to come in as a law next month.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, man. Yesterday,
Trump will sign that.
Democracy now. Eh?
Trump will sign that into law.
So, you know, he must sign it. You know, he must sign it. You know? And next thing, one, Jamaican people, nobody get involved. Nobody thinks that we have to get involved in a way with bull cars and just division, you know?
Yeah.
A long time division and thing that, you know?
Yeah.
And then just why use things to put other people against other people.
Yeah.
And people who say listen to alternative media, them and all kind of information out there, you know, listen and use. And then if you use that, you know, that's how we are said to the people, man. I'm Muta, you see, the next thing when I pray, because the other day I go back and I watch some Dick Gregory. And I know, I see something with you and Dick Gregory where, you teach me some things, you know? Because with you and Dick, synonymous with your name, always I mention on the wife. I have to respect that.
Yeah.
Not too much of us. A big up with lady. You know, like me know your wife's name, me know a female wife's name, you know what I mean? And it means something. You know what I mean? It means something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you hear a man can big up him woman, you know, we need more of that in the society. You know? We need more of that in the society.
Yeah.
Because the struggle is real, Mota. The struggle is real.
I mean, if it's real, man.
You know?
It's real.
The struggle is real, and some people have feet and not feet.
Yeah.
You know, because like me said, you see one of the biggest problems, though. You see some of the women them have left Jamaica and let them picnic with Ishi and the old lady just because they get a visa and them come and find from bunks round.
Yes.
And then liquor from this, them don't know where them picnic they are. See them picnic on criminal in the society because the picnic they have the guidance for them need. Nobody now gonna raise your picnic like you, know.
No, sir.
Nobody. You know, cause you see when I want tell you see I'm not gonna do it, you know. But you see when the picnic start act up a certain way, all the person start do I say, yo, I mother broke him body and just start shut the picnic. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the worst things that people can do, you know.
Yeah.
Shut picnic. Yeah. When you see picnic, we have to set something where we know say, yo, them are the future. And it go. And we have to try find it within ourselves to correct them.
Yeah.
You know, correct them. And that, you know what I mean, and nurture the youth them. Because, you know, like me said, this visa went on a mass destruction to Jamaica and the little place them. Because all we have to know is that this capitalism them just a kick and suck out the little man them and make the big man them big. You know what I mean? And that's all them want to do. But like Mr. Motor, big up yourself and big up the whole of this on Fireball, Fish Tea. Yes, Motor.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Let's heal.
Blessed love, Mutabaruka.
Blessed man.
But, I see the woman that talk about the God thing, man. Have a look at vibe, you know.
Yeah, she have a vibe, yes.
Yeah, but she gets kind of confused with the little God and Jesus thing, because two of them are the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now the pastor, them in the church, them two of them are telling people them so much lies and thing, and them just get away confused.
Yeah.
I said, pastor, we turn around from the man, them, you know.
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
Yeah, so them just need to just know and realize that, you know, the chicks that come from the pulpit and cast them to edge. And the next man, you know, where Mr. Holiness.
Him confused more.
Yeah.
Him a go like the woman confused, but him confused more.
Yeah, because Mr. Holiness now, if more control, if more clean the world, we have to start from Jamaica first by cleaning out some cabinet. And deal with the people them in the right and proper way.
Them not say them a go mix it round. You know, them usually all mix it round all the while. Tell them the things now go right. Them just put the one over this and the one over this. So confuse the people them again. Because when you get used to the Minister of Justice, now you're going to hear some another Minister of Justice again at the other man.
Correct. So if you have one deal with that, you have to start from the yard first, you know. Clean out the yard and make the yard keep properly. So I hear upon the news say, you know, say, the amount of people will get dead by gun. The police and the soldiers, them included, them have the most, you know.
The whole of them are dead by gun?
Yeah, shooting in the society. Them have the most like 100 and some 40 odd thing, you know.
Who you talk about?
With the crime.
So who is have the most shooting?
The police.
Police shoot people more than the people them and shoot one another?
Yeah.
No man, not go so man.
No, that I hear on the news. Well,
no, that you hear, Bridget. I know that you hear. Them say the increase of police shooting has increased 100 and odd, and 40% of that police shoot people who don't have no gun. Them never say, oh, police will shoot more people than the people them will shoot. You know, it's at 1,000 odd people.
What the man them say that?
No, I know that them say, Bridget.
What them say that?
Them not just tell you what them say, man. Them say the increase, them say police killings have increased since last year. The amount of police killing we're going this year is more than we're going last year with the police, not with the people them. It's not the people them, no matter about police killings.
Including soldiers.
What?
Including soldiers.
Them say 6 people the soldier them kill. 6.
Right.
Yeah, out of the 100 and odd, the police kill. Them say 42% of that, police kill the people them without them having any gun. I don't know where you get this argument about police kill more people than the people them. You must listen good, man. Listen properly.
All right, get the point there. We get the point, you know.
Yeah.
Still, we have so much killing from police. Under and other.
Yeah, them say it's unacceptable. The man from the Indicom said it's not acceptable.
Right. So what I say in those kind of things, you know, they need to have a certain amount of tolerance within the system. That them have the powers, you know. So when them go on the street or go to wherever them go, they need to know what's up. You know, have to be so brutal. If you want the society to do it and the people them to do it, you. Because when you take a test, I know uptown people sitting on it, you know. So we'll say one more thing again, we'll say what's up. But I really love to know, sir. So show them crowd up the people, them. If them build a scheme like, you can just stretch on over there so to find the other house of people, them. The people, them need more space. So if you build a scheme with each house supposed to have even an acre land, you know. Say if you can't get them an acre land, even a half acre, even a 3/4 acre, then, and what's now? The land them. If you can't, and them charge them so much for a house and thing, and somebody wants them like a mattress back. So what's that then? Put some infrastructure in the land then. Like put in the water, the light, and them thing there. Because we have wolf and soldier where we have the ability, you know. You have soldier where we can do the thing. Right? Them have the soldier, them have engineer soldier, them have everything, see? Them have the equipment. Them can go in the thing and cut up the land and put in all the infrastructure and give the people them and give them a tax on it. So them can live.
All right.
And give them space.
Yeah.
So that them can know what we need, you know, because everyone needs everyone. No matter who them is, no matter which part in the society, no matter what kind of work you do. I will not give people who have houses and houses already. We are going to people them where them not have no house yet, but them will need and take them off of the gully side and them something there, so that them can live a proper life and know what we care about them. Them kind of thing that we cut down crime. The police now can go on and shoot people and do all them kind of something there. Right? So we less crime. So we're not going to talk about fight crime. We have to talk about prevent crime, putting crime prevention.
All right,
and them kind of thing we want to see in the place.
Yeah, man. So we're all right. Give thanks, yeah?
Bless up, man.
Yeah.
Bill Muta.
Where are you, man, Lingo?
Well, go on. Everything is everything.
Yeah,
I'm pleased to tell you that the clash last week, Saturday in Manchester, Northern England, was won by Barron. Yes, in the final it was Barron and Mikey Dunn.
Right.
And for Barron, the selector was Wizzy, and the mic man was Money Green. Yeah. And guess who is the uncle of Money Green? Now my brethren, Witty Henry from Fletcher's Land, man, producer, man. Okay. So big up Witty.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, so, and big up to Bazi, the founder one of Barron Sound and things. So that was good. It was well attended at the Great Western, you know, and I want to yell up in Harbourview, Neville Reynolds, who used to be in Manchester to in the 60s and so on, and who used to play at the same Great Western Pub club along with Cass. I mean, with Cass, who is now in Jamaica. That was the #1 sound in Manchester at that time, you know. And we see that, what are we, by royal decree in Arabia, about 2 days
drive
ago.
Now.
Eh?
Woman are going to start drive.
Yes, but next June. So, I hope a coup don't go on to stop that. Because the clerics them not pleased with it.
Hey.
The imams, yes.
You can't believe that, man.
You know? Yes, imagine in this day and age, the only country in the world where women not allowed to drive. And this is why so many foreigners come and work in Saudi Arabia as chauffeurs.
Yeah.
You know, so them free paper might get bonnet come next June, you know. So you notice the decree is about 2 days ago, but it won't start until next year, June.
Yeah. But may I ask you a question? The hurricane, you hear about the hurricane will go pass through England, eh?
What has happened is that you see the hurricanes that have been going on in like Irma and other things and so that
Maria
and so yes, Maria and so on, is that we get the effect of it, you know. That's why we have been rains here, you know.
Yeah, what they might say, when we get this, I understand is that the Maria side up with the next hurricane to create a storm in England, and it's supposed to lick England about Sunday. I don't know if you hear that news there.
No, but what I've known is that the weather people are saying, they said day before yesterday, that we'll be getting a lot of rains, and that is what we have been getting.
Yeah, okay.
That is, so we're praying that we don't get any hurricane type of thing still, you know. But there's a possibility because we have had that kind of situation. So we're hoping that we don't get it, just like how Jamaica and Haiti don't get it, you know.
Well,
you know, serious thing.
You know, you to get a lick still.
Eh?
You to get a lick, man. Not as bad as
I was talking in at the time of Irma, and just the other day. Yes, because I really feel it for Haiti, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so much leak. And we see the hypocrisy of Trumpy in his first UN speech attacking North Korea, Iran, Cuba, Syria, Venezuela, saying with Cuba sanctions gonna maintain and gonna do his best to undermine them and so on. But no mention of what the Saudis doing, bombing and killing men, women and children in Yemen next door.
I tell you.
You know, hypocrite. And also in Myanmar, where the Rohingya men, women and children being murdered and things. No mention of that, you know. You know, the hypocrisy of Trump. And next week...
Then I hear Trump mention UCN. Eh?
You mean Saddam Hussein?
No, Trump, Usain Bolt.
Okay.
Trump said that even Usain Bolt respect the flag. A film flag him talk about, an American flag him talk about pertaining to Usain Bolt, you know.
Yeah, but that is trying a divide and rule thing, because I totally agree with the athletes. And not only the athletes.
No, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that. That's why I'm saying that, you know. Him want them fire any athlete who don't stand up for the flag. He want them fire them. And then
and him call them SOB.
Yeah, and he said the greatest athlete ever in the world, Usain Bolt, even him, respect the flag. So it's from that level them attack now, say.
But we know, you know, what him trying to do, as I said earlier, is divide and rule tactics and things. Yeah. Because the fact of the matter is that what those footballers and so doing are doing the right thing, because it's the racism, as you and I know and others know, of police brutality, murdering most of our people, brothers and sisters too, in the States, why they make that protest. So him trying to change the subject, because he well knows, and of course we know him support the racists them. I mean, look the other day there, when he was refusing to denounce those racists and say some good people amongst them and thing.
Yeah.
So him can talk about Usain Bolt as much as him want. That does not change the rightness of those people in the States, the athletes who lead in it, in making the protest against the racist murders of our people in the States.
And you know, all of the police them get to it. You don't notice one by one all of them get to a fight.
Yeah, everyone. And it's the same situation in Britain too, in England too.
Yes.
Whereby the police, when they involved with the deaths, the killings of our people, both men and women, yes, it go to court and everything, but they all get away.
Yeah.
All get away.
Yeah.
So we know that, you know what I mean? Trump is just a racist opportunist, and him trying to use anything. And you see the thing when people in North Korean thing is to try to divert attention from the domestic problems that him having, you know.
But you know,
Because
the Venezuela president say that the army must prepare for a war with America.
He has said that more than one time.
No, but him just said yesterday. Him just said that
yesterday. Yes. Well, said it again. Because he has been saying that because the CIA chief has admitted that them working in Venezuela to try to overthrow the government of President Maduro.
Yeah.
And yet when other people do things in the States and in Britain, them say them are terrorists. But when they do it in other people's country, it's not terrorists. It's so-called democracy and freedom them bringing.
Yeah.
These racist hypocrites. And by the way, Earl Wirelinder funeral is next week, Thursday the 5th, October.
Yeah, me just find the hurricane, the other one where I signed up with Maria for Lick England named Lee.
Lee. Well, I hope Lee grab and flee and do a reach.
Can them say it?
We know what I make you laugh. Yeah, man, I hope Lee grab and flee and do a reach.
You know, I don't know if you didn't know it, but they are Canada this weekend, you know, and all over the internet, you know, is that the world are going to end the 23rd Saturday, you know. You never hear about it? So the earth are going to end.
You mean the world are going to end again? But from the born and grow. Every minute the world are going to end.
Yeah, but wait, man. Me hear a man write up on the internet say, look at now. For all those people who say the world going to end, please leave all your belongings to me.
Well, you know, say I join in with them man there. I want him split it between me and him.
Yeah,
50-50. No, man. Muta, you say like, oh, you have the link to them man there. Just tell the man, say, just leave half as the thing to me.
If it be me again, all right.
Oh, you go on, sir.
Me don't know what the people
are supposed to be brethren. So what happens? Then me not go give some out of when me I go get. All right, let me split it 3, third each.
No. I'll tell you something where people come from with them things. I mean, people, watch out. When you look on the YouTube, you know, you see some people sit down there and explain the rightness of what them are saying, you know, that the world going to end the 23rd. And them
yeah, man. And them serious, you know.
And if you sit down and listen to them and go like that, you get caught with it, you know, the way them attack.
No, man, no, the way them so convincing, the way them so plausible. You will believe. If you don't take stock of yourself, man, you will believe. And as you talk about Canada, want to pick up to Willie Williams, Wrestling Armageddon, the Studio One, because he was here, you know, from Canada.
Sometime, come check me on my yard. I'm the clear a Templar. Him come check me, you know.
Oh, Willie Williams?
Yeah, man, him come check me, man. We up in a Templar, the man. Him come on my yard and me and him sitting more time, and we talk. I say, boy, Muta, of all the people when me a play me tune them, and you me a play tune him now. I mean now play Armageddon, you know. Me a play him tune them when him just make.
Yes.
Yeah,
him have a tune them, man. When me love playing name. Who are the terrorists?
Yes. You know the tune do Herbal Pert. You know Herbal Pert.
Mm-hmm.
Herbal Pert, the trumpeter, the old long time Herbal Port, the jazz trumpeter. Him have a tune with him and Herbal Port, you know.
Right.
Yeah, man, sweet. But yeah, man, him have some serious tune where all anybody play because all them stuck in is Armageddon time. Armageddon.
Yeah, because even on the album there, the Studio Man album there with Armageddon, there's a tune on it named Easy, you know.
Yes.
I mean, I tell you, but Armageddon is like, it just overshadowed that people don't even tune that tracks on it.
It's like Israel Vibration, I just the same song. We all
yes,
sing the same song.
Yes, and it's no further tunes them have,
yes.
you know.
Yeah. Tell me something.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we up so my name again? Oh gosh, man. 7 Miles of Black Star Line.
Fred Locks, originally from Dunkirk, Bray Street.
Him there England? Him up in England there?
He might be, you know, but I can find out and let you know. Because me have him, you know, I can find out and make you know. Because I'm me and Lukurai brethren, you know. I'll find out and make you know.
All right, sir. I want to find out because that's your advertisement there. Say him go up there. I must celebrate 50 or 40 years in the music business.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Well, it should be 50 because him started in a group named the Lyrics there at Studio One. His brother was the musician and thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And where Baba and they did sing on the rhythm, you know what I mean? And thing. So, but I'll find out and I'll phone and let you know maybe if anything later. So, see?
Right, we have to move. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Yes, as I say, this is the hour. We have to take Mandingo out of that. We have to tell Mandingo to start call earlier because we are keep the hour between 12 and 2 for the we don't know if we call them. Believe you me, we don't know if we call them Rasta. We don't know what to call them. Cutting Edge. Here we go. El? You say let me stop the music. Talk now, man.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, greetings, Mutabaruka.
Blessed man.
Yeah, calling for the Virgin Islands.
From Virgin Island?
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was wondering if you hear what Trump said about Africa being one of the biggest business starting place in the world.
All right, here what you have to do. You have to come nearer to the phone and talk clearer because we can't hear you so proper.
Yeah, I was wondering if you hear what Trump said about Africa being on the #1 place in the world to start a business.
Oh, no, I never hear that one there. I hear him talk about Usain Bolt yesterday, but what him say about Africa?
Yeah, he said Africa, all his friends want to go there because they want to go there to get rich and it's the #1 place to start a business and we to invest in Africa.
That means them have them hype on it, man.
Yeah, man. He said in a press conference when he bash, call people them SOB. The players.
But wait, a Virgin Islands you call from now?
Well, I did Texas, but it's from the Virgin Islands. Yeah, in Texas.
So where in the Virgin Islands you calling from?
St. Croix.
Then how they go on like say everything gone down there and anything? Where you call from? Telephone or?
I call from telephone, but I live in Texas right now. I live in Texas right now. But yeah,
oh, you're in Texas? Okay.
Yeah, that's Texas, yeah.
Oh, then make it sound like say that cuss and cry now.
Huh? Yeah, the place mash up now, let's see.
And that me I say. So yeah. your family, your family still longer them move them from St. Croix to Lennox place?
Yeah, some of them they down there still, but some of them trying to come up, stay by me until everything cleared up. But they ain't get no power, so right now they'll be alright.
Yeah. You know anything about Van and all them youth there from midnight?
Yeah, midnight, yeah, man.
Them down there? Them still down there, them there California?
I think last time he live in Orlando. He live in Orlando now.
Oh, him live in Orlando now? Or move from St. Croix?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, last time I hear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he two crazy callers there all there.
May I tell you?
Yeah, man. They're too crazy back to back. But all it is people that still say Jesus Christ and Christian in this time.
I don't know them still say it, why, but them not say it. God and Jesus have them mix up, confused.
Yeah, in these times, I have a family group chat and they're talking about how God make hurricane come because the people them start praying and they're looking towards other things. So that's all. That's my family still, but I still have to send a little Marcus Garvey, you know, tell them that Marcus Garvey quit. They said people must get up off their knees.
Yeah, tell them don't want to
do something.
I don't want them to that, you know. Black man love kneel down and pray too much, they must get up.
Yeah, so they blame everything instead of jump and do something for themselves, you know. They blame everything on God and this and that, you know. Yeah. So.
Anyway, nice to hear from you though, even when they are Texas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, give thanks. Here, Bridget. What did I name?
Yeah.
What did I name?
Rahim.
Me know you or me not know you, or you know me? Which one?
Or no, you don't know me, no. It's Professor St. Callum.
Enough time we come and send cry, man.
Huh?
Enough time we come and send cry, man.
Oh.
You look like a long time you live at Texas.
Been there when you come there. Huh?
You look like a long time you live at Texas.
They're making a little money and then they can go back home. And,
but no, they have to go back home to you now.
Yeah.
So you have to go and jump at Texas.
Make the money and then I can leave, you know.
Yeah, all right, sir. Give thanks,
yeah, all right, give thanks.
Yes. I tell you, St. Croix, Dominica. We see where the government has sent 100 soldiers and police go down there for help and some money. Likewise, them have like 100,000 US figure each. I think one of the country them, I don't know. But Puerto Rico look like them feel it, and I don't know if it's true them as Spaniard over there. Why America all of a sudden is not America again. Puerto Rico is part of the colony, it's part of the American colony, just like Hawaii. And right now Puerto Rico in a serious state and it look like them kind of ease back. I don't know if Trump see them look like them are the Mexican them too. I tell you, jackass in the world no level. And some people are not jackass, no to the world no level. Yes, EL. I don't like when they make me tap my tune and then when they not say nothing.
EL Motor.
How is it?
You know, I beg you do for me. If you can find the clip with all the Shaw, I promise to double the minimum wage earn of them money.
From the time when them never in a power there?
Right, yeah.
All right, we're going to find it.
So find that clip
we're going to find it.
Because I see the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Shaini Robinson, them send her up on an empty plane. She want go a Barbie with up on an empty plane.
You serious?
And come back with 200 Jamaicans.
Oh, yeah, them send for the Jamaican them, yeah.
Yeah, and it say it have cost them $50 million.
Yeah, me hear them say it, yeah. So
$50 million motor. Eh?
And she did fly the plane?
Look like them buy the plane.
But the Prime Minister to them now no plane for what them call it?
For airlift.
Airlift people. But them are going to look into it.
So them just find $50 million. So
no, them how them find it. Hey, watch out, look at I have to tell you this, you know. You say anything the government want to do as it relates to money, them going to find the money. Anything. All you hear them matter what them not the money for this and the money for this. You hear them say the relief money was supposed to help when people get flooded and things done. You never hear them, you never hear the child say it.
Yeah.
Them going to find money. If hurricane come now, them find the money for fix back everything. Trust me. Just like how them find the money there right now, just like how them find $600 million for do the road whenever do. Them find the money. Trust me. Them have the money. Them find it. Them know how to find the money.
Yeah,
just
but
wicked, them wicked.
Look, minimum wage people them are cry out for an increase right now. The NIS people them, the old people them.
Yes. I'll me a cry out for long area for something. An
I
highway
tell
for
you.
private.
The two caller them a call the first night, yeah. Why I have to go out the door go look if the moon up in the sky. But it never did. So I don't know.
It must have a car. Have a car, Virgin.
May I say if I get you back tomorrow another day, yeah?
All right, so I give thanks.
Yeah, man, cool motor.
You know, say, believe you me, the moon must get hurt, you know, feel pain, you know. Believe you me, the moon feel pain, Rasta. Me just feel it for the moon. As you talk about the moon a while ago. The moon feel pain, man. Trust me. Yes, ill.
Motor.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, man, give thanks for life.
Highly.
That I call her today and make a suggestion to her, which I agree with. She was saying that the Rastas in Jamaica should put up at least $1,000 to help the rest them in the island who are affected by the hurricane. And I'm saying I don't know if I know anyone over there who could have coordinate such effort. That, you know.
Evacuate and cry, you know.
Yeah?
I think they will evacuate and cry.
The rest of them evacuate and cry.
I think them the people them they evacuate and cry. Most of the people them get evacuated.
Yeah, but you would have had Dominica and the Caribbean island with the rest of them there. Wherever that some help that I could have given to them over there to help offset certain little things, food and water, to help with any other thing.
Yeah, I mean, at first, listen to what I say. It sound kind of sectarian, kind of, you know. You're going to just look out for a certain set of people like everybody. When the rain fall, it did fall for everybody will stop, you know.
Yeah, but them of themselves would have one friend and another one they could have got to, but, you know.
No, I understand what you say, but in my heart, it kind of not touch me at something.
Yeah, no, that I mean, yeah, because you know, we go for the others, they would have benefit from it somewhere too.
It's when the earthquake did there in a, wait name there, in a 80, me side with, what them call a company, Catherine Peak. Them did a send, like, container water, and I say, all right, we're going to put container water in there. And it never really strike me if you say, the water should have got to a certain sector people. If you really go think that in a heart, you know, I don't know if it's something we would have want to follow through with.
Well, now that they say that it's true, because even no one that said nothing for them as a race, they would have benefit for what sent to the other people them too.
Eh?
Because no one that send nothing special for Rasta. Rasta would have benefit from what sent for everybody too.
Of course, that's a go on. When goods go there, I know for hunger, it never as select if a Rasta forget it over there, so a Jew forget it over Syrian or Obeah or whatsoever. But it's the people them who suffer in the thing.
Right. So where it would have worked is if them really penalize the Rasta community.
Eh? Nobody now penalize the Rasta community.
It would have worked if them would penalize the Rasta community.
Yeah.
But I don't think that really have gone.
You know, hey, brethren, over there mash up, you know.
I see it, man. It's terrible.
It mash up, you know, brethren.
Terrible, man.
I tell you.
But you see that to just to say a lot about the modern day we are making houses, because I see some houses with some old zinc and some shape houses where those are the ones that are totally demolished.
Brethren.
So most likely them they did make even stronger than one where them are making now, because just go down in a rubble, a heap of rubble.
Brethren, let me tell you something. None of them island there big like Jamaica. Jamaica, if you talk about ghetto and if you talk about house and no build good, at Jamaica the house them there. Category 5 hurricane, because Gilbert was like 3, category 3.
Mm-hmm.
Category 5 hurricane was stronger than all 5, I can't tell them people. I lick Jamaica. Trust me, man. Trust me. It would never be a nice thing.
You know that Jamaica?
Sit down right at in the studio and see Kingston.
And I think that Jamaica have the best building code.
Best building code? But Jamaica have the worst building them Pangoli Bank and Pansan.
Oh
Oh, you mean them house there?
Then which
With
house
the
you think
part two,
that
not the certification.
At them house, the majority of people in Jamaica live in a condition where it's not conducive to a category 2 hurricane, much as a category 5 plus hurricane.
Yeah, man, definitely. When the breeze not affect them, the water affect them.
Wait there, watch out. Yesterday rainfall, and young people are ball, them watch out.
Yeah,
yesterday the
true.
rain start falling.
Because the choices where people go make house.
Look here, man. May I tell you, it's that terrible. Remember, say Jamaica, big, bigger than Trinidad, bigger than, them here there?
Yeah.
Dominica, one little island, Rasta. St. Martin, you can run around St. Martin, One part belong to the Dutch and one part belong to the French. You can run around the island,
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
If you're a marathon runner.
Brethren, Jamaica, it's
Well, I don't know, but, I hear people are pray so well. Pray for the people in Haiti and the islands and from Mexico. But I don't think prayer can really undo what happened. What the one them want are food and water, medicine, clothes and shelter. Them don't want prayer now help nothing because God already know. So I said it going to happen before it happen. So when they are praying, I tell that them to undo what happened already.
See a 2 earthquakes like Mexico.
Yeah. I have seen the building them just come down in that one rubble, and I hear them say why they make the whole building like that in case it have to demolish, they will have it easier to clear up.
Nature demolish it. Easy.
Yeah. Me say the place just come down and want to clump and heap and dust.
Yeah, man, terrible.
And I say box cover them, how can they make them this tall building there with just a scampy security?
Hey. When you drive go Lawrence Tavern, you see? Go up to the top of Lawrence Tavern area there and so. Me see some building where people make one side of the hill. That me I wonder how them get the lumber them and the zinc them and
the material there.
To reach over there, so.
Yeah, look like a helicopter carrier.
Oh God, that me I say. And that me I say, no, serious thing. Me actually think that I made it,
Yeah, because the terrain where the bridging, I don't know how they get it them myself.
Over there. Me see some people build some concrete house on some hillside in a upper Lawrence Tavern, past down upper Lawrence Tavern. And I said, no, Rasta, me, no, sir. And you tell me, say, people don't recognize, say, are the government who are give validate to say go build things, don't realize that them place enough you have outspan. You tell me that? People don't realize.
You see what them put them emphasis on now, Muta. You have your family burial plot. And you have to go apply to them now if you go bury them. So they will tell you, say, no, you can't do it. You have your family plot. Yeah. And then now go see how people live and where people live while them alive.
Them must build this up.
Yeah. But they will tell you, say, no, you can't bury this up. And when you rest a family did it.
Hey,
and when people are allowed to build houses, them now monitor it and say no.
Monitor what? Monitor what? When they want to monitor? When you monitor? Them know that.
Terrible, man.
Oh gosh, man, I don't know, but watch out. You see all the people who want to pray, go and pray. You see all the people who know to them to move off of the Gully Bank, you better move off of the Gully Bank.
When you have time to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The people who know to them house not the sand. Get some serious cement underneath it. Because I tell you, when me see go on in the Caribbean there with them category this hurricane. And it's like the people them send cry, them evacuate, the people them and carry them go a Virgin Island, And then the next hurricane come and them have to evacuate them people there too.
But one thing that I love there is this shelter, because I don't know if it could have did work. So even in Dominica, where I see some video where the sea, the shore, the beaches, dry, the man walk a distance out in our sea. What happened to that water?
It receded.
Resided.
The river receded, yeah. Yeah, it's like...
How it work?
All right, it's like tsunami, You see tsunami. All right, people stand up on beach, until the sea recede, gone, we out, and still I stand up there and look on it, before them run.
And move away from them?
Yeah, man.
So where it go when it move?
Oh, you mean water no go on top of water, man. And then
you must bring that it must rise and spread wider.
And then it just come back. It just come back, It goes over, so it's like that's a tsunami stay, you know. Tsunami, you see the sea go way far like it's going at the horizon. And then all of a sudden, you just see a gush of water to start come and just roar. So enter you see the sea recede, move.
Yeah, because it will take back its course.
It will come back. And it will come back wicked.
I say it's like a basin, you know. The sea is more like a basin. It's full of water.
Yeah, man. It's like
and if you take out some out of it, you now will take away from one side of the basin. It will take away and the water always level, you know.
Yeah, it's like your old some dryer breeze here upon the water and the water move. And then when you stop the ear, you know, to the water just rush come back.
So you would have a force away and push it away.
Yes.
So some place would have get more of the water. See that it is taken away from some place.
Yes, yeah man. That's serious thing.
I did not first never see that legend because I see the man in my walk miles out there go where the sea did already take place.
Hey,
and that's
the beach, you know.
They must say at the hurricane gone with the water.
The hurricane gone with the water and can't go somewhere else.
Yeah, that them say. They dash it upon other people.
Yeah, it goes to somewhere else. It's not gone. It gone somewhere. It's like the boy. I'm not going to call him boy. I'm not ever say that. I really don't want to say that. It's like Mr. Miller who say him blow away the hurricane from Kingston. And when we go attend a little bit, the whole attend a little bit match up.
Yeah, that may I say again. Christian pray said, God don't make the hurricane come at Jamaica. Don't make it come at my area.
Yeah.
Send it somewhere else. So somewhere else is not where other people live. Is it fair to them?
We have 1,000 people murdered in Jamaica, so maybe that's our judgment. Maybe the hurricane our judgment. Maybe they murder them at our judgment. Because up to now, 1,000 people don't dead. In all the devastation we are going to the Caribbean, 1,000 people not dead.
And we got 1,000 already uncounted. Plus some of them they were reported.
Yeah, plus when the police kill.
Yes.
So you can just imagine if a hurricane come, you better go build a ark. Anyway, we got Bridget.
Yeah, man. Give thanks for the suggestion that I put on the data.
Yeah.
Idea, you know, I think it's a worthwhile one for share back with her.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yes. No, the day is over. Night is dry and I know another day I come back for me. I'm still not going to sleep yet. Matrix in the house. I thought so. Matrix. Matrix, the 8 chicks, leg chicks, and day 6. Okay. Okay. So we give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time, give thanks to the energy. You know, so we're going to come forward there at 2:00 p.m. for the stepping razor, the art of war. Vita. I hope you hear me, you know. The man said, left a phone number, don't left for me, you know. So I hope you have the phone number. You understand? Matrix in the house. Oh, you know Matrix? Good man. You have the money to buy your bulb, blame? Hey, the thing go viral, you know. Hey, me I kill it, I know that's that.
I say, I'm all here to shoot me a thump on WhatsApp, though, with the video.
Brethren.
I say, where you get that?
All right, that's what I'm still going to do that, you know. I'm going to tell you, say, we go to Canada, man. Everybody have it on them phone, you know, Brethren. So you know, say, if me never was not a millionaire all the while, you know, I love to be a millionaire for them phone, you know, because it's gone. It's gone, you know. So I not put a one in our mouth and I play like robot thing, you know. I should take her tongue off and it turn on, take her to put her tongue on it turn on, take it off, turn on, and shove it down. That's some serious problem. So, I don't know, maybe you can be friend now. Because we drop off a shoulder, drop a your what? Foot bottom. Anyway, we are going there from 2 to 5:45 with the stepping razor. We want to play this tune for the people them in CLM, Montego Bay. We want to play this tune for them because my boy say, I shouldn't call him boy now, the most honorable. I don't know why that's so disrespectful. The most honorable Prime Minister say that now the people them can sleep with them door and them window open. Because by the way, before him turn give them say, the people them, if them vote for him, the people them can't sleep with them door and them window open. Now I'm going to see them and through them have how much 100 policemen and soldiers in there. So. And I tell him say, if me they live at CLM, would I left my door open when me have sex? So that is not weird or different. Because the amount of police that they are guard at the place. Of course, maybe just lick out the door them and lick out the window them off of your house. Yeah, you need some security in the streets. And this is where the next tune name, and at this tune we're going to end the show with. Security in the street. For the people them in the Mount Salem who know say them can't sleep with them door and them window open now because the police them there today. We don't know where they're going to be tomorrow.